Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. This is the day that the Lord has made. We are rejoicing and we are glad in it. I am super excited on this beautiful Friday. I'm excited about all the opportunities. I'm excited about all the amazing things that are happening in the lives of our community, our tribe. If you're coming on, good afternoon, please hit the like button, share, tag somebody, text, tweet, inbox, DM somebody, yell in the other room to tell lolly dolly everybody. Prophet Ramon, the squad in the Ramon Preston Show. We are live today right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta, and we are about to engage in our Friday holding company and business Q&A. So please put in the comments what city you are watching me from today. Wherever you're watching me from, I would love to know where you're watching me from. Please put it in the comments. I want to say thank you to all of you who are members of our business community, whether you are a student in our online training university, whether you are a member of our coaching millionaire mentorship program, whether you are a member of our coaching and consulting certification training program, maybe you're a member of our incubator or licensing program, wherever you are in the broad ecosystem of Ramon Preston Enterprises, I want to say thank you. And guess what? Even if you're not a paid client in one of my programs, the fact that you take the time every day to watch the Ramon Preston Show, to engage in content, to receive the value that we give to our customers and our clients, I want to say thank you. And I really appreciate you for your love, for your prayers, for your support, not just for the Ramon Preston Show, but for everything that we are doing. It's my passion, it's my purpose in life to help God's people, to help our community, our tribe build legacies and create economic success for themselves and for their families. So again, if you're coming on, make sure you hit the like button, share it. Make sure you put in the comments what city and state or wherever you're watching us from. We love to know that. If you have any questions today, please put your questions in the comments. I want to make sure that we have time to answer your questions. Every day we get questions from our community, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, whether it's on LinkedIn or Instagram, whether it's through emails or just personal inboxes or messages that we get, even in person. We like to make sure that we circle back around each day on the Ramon Preston Show to answer those questions. These are questions that I already know. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a startup company, if you're a small business owner and you're trying to figure out how to move your business forward, you're trying to figure out these things and you don't have the answers, or you can't Google or search it in YouTube search engines, then it just makes it hard for you to really put your mind in a place to really move forward. So that's one of the reasons why I like to answer as many questions as I possibly can. So again, if you have a question, put the question in the comments, and I'm going to do everything that I can today to answer your question and give you my professional and even my personal perspective of whatever your question is. Again, if you have not had an opportunity to subscribe, please subscribe to our YouTube page. We are working very diligently to get to 10,000 subscribers, okay? So I want to get to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. I need your help. I need you to help me get to 10,000. We have close to 7,200, and we just have a couple thousand more, maybe 2,800 more subscribers that we need. We pretty much average maybe 200 to 300 new subscribers a month, but we want to bump that up. We really want to make this happen. We want to reach 10,000 subscribers as soon as we can. So please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page. Make sure that you invite other people to subscribe to our YouTube page. And when you are watching us, especially on other platforms, you may be watching us on our weekly show where we stream through other third-party platforms. You may be watching us when we're live Monday through Friday at 12 o'clock noon Eastern on Facebook or YouTube. Make sure if you're not watching us from YouTube, or if you don't go to YouTube, make sure you visit my YouTube page, drop some comments in some of our videos, like our videos, share them, because you're working those algorithms out. You're helping us get the activity we need. So when you go to YouTube and you type in Ramon Preston, even if you type in things like holding companies, I'm gonna come up, because we're doing the work internally to make sure that people can find us, and so that we can give people the value. So please do that. Make sure you subscribe and invite others to subscribe. Now, for those of you that are in or around Metro Atlanta, or if you think next weekend you're going to be in or around Metro Atlanta, I want to invite you to join me and a group of amazing people next Saturday, April the 23rd, right here in Buckhead at the Marriott Conference Center, literally walking distance from our office. We're going to be hosting a one-day event. This one-day event is going to be broken up into two parts. So the first part is going to be our Millionaire Mastermind. It's going to be an amazing mastermind. And what we do in these masterminds is we walk you through the most important components of our consulting and coaching process. So every client that joins our coaching program, every client that we provide consulting services for, we have a we have a process that we use to walk our clients through to help them do certain things in their personal, professional, and financial life, with their businesses, with their ministries, with their organizations. And so this Millionaire Mastermind that we're going to be hosting next Saturday, April the 23rd, the first part of this one-day event, we're going to be walking you through some of those steps in that process. We're going to help you assess your personal goals, your professional goals, your financial goals. We're going to show you how to qualify those goals, how to quantify those goals. We're going to put some numbers to those goals. And then once we assess your goals, we're going to show you how to identify with what type of business structure you need in order to actually reach those financial goals. We're going to talk about the holding company. We're going to talk about divisions. We're going to talk about subsidiaries. We're going to show you how to set daily schedules, daily targets. We're going to do a deep dive in your business to help you understand and clarify your role within your organization, your purpose within your organization, your products, how your products need to be positioned. It's going to be an amazing deep dive. And of course, we're going to have a Q&A during that mastermind. Then we'll break for lunch for about an hour. And then when we return, the second part of our one-day event next Saturday, April the 23rd. The second part is going to be a financial workshop. So we'll take several modules, like we'll do like 45 minutes, take a 15-minute break, do another 45 minutes, take another 15-minute break. So we'll do several modules to show you how to configure your QuickBooks. We'll talk about creative tax strategies. We'll be talking a lot about the components to accounting, how to set your financial plan for yourself and for your business. You don't want to miss this one-day event. Now, we have up till this week, we have offered free VIP tickets to several people. So all of our coaching clients and our consulting clients, they get access for free to our quarterly mastermind workshops. So if you would like to be a part of it, I want to invite you to join me. Of course, you can go to RamonPreston.com/event. RamonPreston.com/event. It's going to be a game-changing event. Now, if you are part of our business community, if you have purchased anything from me, whether it was a book from Amazon, whether it was a course from Ramon Preston University, whether you attended a workshop or some event that we hosted at some point, if you have purchased anything from me, that means you have been a part of my business community. We have done business together. I want you to text me the word VIP. I want you to text VIP to me today, because I want to at least put you on our list for receiving a free VIP ticket. I can't guarantee you that we will have any more tickets available, but if you have purchased anything from me at any point in our time of doing business together, all you have to do is text VIP to this number here, and we're going to either give you a free virtual pass to join us, or an in-person pass to join us. Maybe you can't even join us in person, but maybe you can virtual. So please text that number, that name, VIP, those letters rather, to 404-478-7213. Text that to 404-478-7213, and we're going to work on getting you a free VIP ticket. If you are already scheduled to join me next Saturday, you better come ready. Make sure that you eat a good breakfast.
You're not on Facebook.
I'm not on Facebook?
No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't think you was on there yesterday.
Oh, okay. Maybe we're having, yeah, maybe we're just having an issue. Yeah, it's probably just, yeah, we're probably just having an issue on Facebook. So it's okay. It's okay. So if you are already scheduled to join me next Saturday, you've already registered, you've already gotten your VIP ticket, please make sure that you eat a good breakfast. Make sure that you come really prepared. Make sure that your mind is ready to get this information, because we are in the business of helping people start, helping people structure, and helping people scale their businesses. That's what we are in the business of doing, okay? So there are a few questions I want to answer today. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to feel free to ask those questions. And by the way, here's what I'm going to do. We seem to be having some glitches on Facebook. We can't quite get anybody up, so I'm going to see if I can. Okay. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Okay, so we can't seem to be getting our Facebook page up, but nevertheless, we're here. We're live on YouTube. It's Friday, April the 15th. And I have a few questions I want to answer. If you have any questions that you would like answered concerning holding companies or concerning anything with regard to business and finance, all you have to do is drop your question in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to answer your question. So question number one, is a holding company a S Corp? Is a holding company a S Corp? Well, a holding company can be a S Corp, but again, that's going to be something your tax person or your attorney decides if in fact you need to structure your holding company as an S Corp. Most holding companies are structured as LLCs, even though they can be taxed or treated for tax purposes as S corporations. So maybe if whoever you are that asked that question about the holding company being an S Corp, maybe you're just referring to a LLC that can be treated as an S Corp for tax purposes. But again, that's going to be an issue that you work out with your tax expert or whoever it is that you're working with from a tax perspective. But again, most holding companies are structured as LLCs, and they could be taxed as partnerships. They could be taxed as S corporations, or whatever the category that they're going to be taxed as. That's a tax issue. It's not really going to be the structure issue unless that needs to be factored in. So again, a S corp is not necessarily a holding company, and a holding company is not necessarily an S corp. Most holding companies are LLCs, because people who start LLCs, at least the tax person knows that LLC can be treated as a S corp. It could be for tax purposes. It could be treated as another type of entity that you may traditionally start. Here's another question. What if I have an EIN number? What if I have an EIN number? Should I use that EIN number? This what the question was. If you have an EIN number and you never got a LLC, you just got your EIN number for the purpose of banking or something, what do you do? Well, a lot of times you don't do nothing, because most of the time if you got an EIN number, you probably didn't do nothing with it. Now, if you were making money with that EIN number, then you need to report that when you do your taxes so that you can pay your taxes on it or show that you have tax write-offs. But if you got an EIN number and you never attach that EIN number to a LLC or to an entity, and you didn't really do nothing with it because you just didn't know what you were doing, sometimes it's just best to move past it and start fresh. I always tell my clients and students, do it right the first time. So that means just scrap that. Get you a new EIN, get you a new LLC, get you a new operating agreement, get a new bank account, start it all right, and now educate yourself so that you know exactly what you're doing, not just with running a business and operating and managing that business correctly, but also getting your products and services sold so that your business can actually start making money. Here's another question that I got. Another question I got was, how do you create a holding company concept to use offshore? That was the question. How do you create a holding company concept, or how do you use the holding company concept for starting an offshore business? I don't know. I've never done anything offshore. I've never even been out of the country, and I say that, I guess, with pride. I don't know. It is what it is. But I don't know how you would use that concept for an offshore, other than if you know how to run a business, if you know how to start a business, if you go offshore, meaning that if you go to another country, I don't know what their laws are. I don't know how they view business structures in their country, but I can't tell you how to finesse that or maximize that or leverage that, because I don't have any offshore businesses. I have no offshore accounts. I've never been offshore, so I'm not gonna give you an answer to something I have absolutely no idea about. All of the business that I do, at least when it comes to starting a business and structuring a business, is here in the United States. Now, I have had clients, I have had students, I've had customers from outside of the country, but they are customers who pay for our services or our courses online. And in order for them to pay for those courses, they have to pay with US dollars. So they have to work that part out on their end to make sure that whatever credit card they're using to purchase a product or service from us online, that it goes through. But I have nothing to do with the business aspect of it. So that's my answer to that question. Here's another question that we have. What should be my first steps in my business? So this is a lot of what entrepreneurs deal with when they first start their business. So if you just started a business, like, what should be your first steps? Well, I'm gonna just kind of give it to you the simple way. Your first steps should be to educate yourself. That's what your first step should be. Because most business owners and entrepreneurs, when they decide to start a business, most of them are not educated. I'm going to put a D. Most of them are not educated in business. And I'll explain that in a minute. Most entrepreneurs, when they start businesses, they go get their LLC, they get their EIN, they get their bank account, they get their logo, they get their domain, they maybe run some ads, you know, they get their drop shipping account, they get all this stuff, and guess what? They're not even educated about running a business. So it's almost inevitable to fail a lot of times, especially if what you're doing in business initially is not making you enough money to be able to afford to either pay somebody to come into your business who is educated to help you run it, or for you to have enough wiggle room and money to keep your business running while taking time to educate yourself. So this is one of the reasons why a lot of businesses fail. A lot of businesses fail because the owner of the business is not educated. So back to my point, what do you mean by they're not educated in business? They don't know how to run the day-to-day operations of their business. And if they don't know how to run the day-to-day operations of their business, that means they do not know anything about business systems. They don't know anything about business processes. And just those two things alone are going to basically determine your success and failure. Because if you start a business and you're uneducated about how to run this business through systems and processes, even when you start making money and you start bringing people on to try to get people to run your systems and processes, they don't even know what they're creating. They don't even know what to do. And now you're mad at the people because you like, I thought y'all knew what y'all was doing and you ain't doing it the right way. They don't know what to do on your level. You're the business owner. So again, if there were first steps in business for an entrepreneur, because that was one of the questions I got. One of the questions was, what should be my first steps in my business? One of your first steps should be to educate yourself. You need to educate yourself. And that doesn't mean go back to college. Okay? That doesn't mean go back to college. What that means is you have to learn how to run the business you just started. So that means you have to educate yourself on sales. You have to educate yourself on marketing. You have to educate yourself on financials, at least how the basics of these things. You have to educate yourself on business operations. Of course, you got to educate yourself on leadership. You may have to educate yourself on communication. You may have to educate yourself on people. So when you start looking at these educational components that are essential to running the business you just started, even outside of these, you have to get these. Because at least if you have these understood when you're running your business, it makes it easier for you to start doing some of these. So for example, if you're a bad leader, if you don't know how to talk to people, if you don't even deal with people, and you can't even do any of those, but you are a business owner and you know how to make a sale. You know how to market and get attention and promote and get leads. And you know the basics of financial management. You know how much money you got coming in, how much money you got going out. You understand that your business needs to operate a certain way that you can measure and track and document and duplicate. Even if you don't have this stuff figured out, at least you're making money that you can afford to learn these things to figure out. So the first thing you have to get is you have to get the main systems and processes understood. So to educate yourself on sales is to learn about sales systems, learn about sales processes, learning how to make sure that you can take your ideas, turn them into products and services, take them to the market and make a sale. So that would be one of the first steps you would take in business if you are a business owner. Again, if you start your LLC, if you already got your business up and running and you're having issues and trouble making money, then guess what? It's because you have not educated yourself on the other things about running your business. I know a lot of good people who are really good at the products they're selling or the services they're providing. Okay, they're good at that. So it could be a cook. The cook is good. They know how to cook. It could be a painter. The painter is amazing at painting. It could be a clothes designer. They're good at designing clothes. It could be a marketer, a digital marketer or a content creator. They're good at editing and graphics, and they're good at putting content together. The problem is they're not good at running a business. So even though they're good at these things that they have made products and services to sell, they're not good at running businesses. So guess what? They never have success in business, because the success in your business is not just about how good you are at the service you provide, how good you are in the products you sell, how knowledgeable you are about the thing you do. No. Your success is weighing heavily on how good you are and how knowledgeable you are in running a business system that's made up of systems and processes that actually make your products and services move further, do better, perform well, grow and expand and increase and get more market space. Those are the things that would be first on the list if you start a new business. Okay, let me see if we have any more questions. Just drop your questions in the comments. I will be more than happy to answer your questions. I love answering your questions. Let's see here. Thank you so much. We have someone who said, thank you, greatly appreciated this video session. They're referring to some of the videos on our YouTube page. This video session in particular answered several questions, even questions not specific. Thank you so much. I have one gentleman, Elijah, said, my brother, you are so correct. Well, thank you, bro. We have 4 companies of our own, the holding company, and we presently acquiring 5 other companies. We do have a kick behind tax professional, so we will consult with her immediately. But you are preaching the truth about gurus, etc. So I appreciate that. Thank you for the commendations. I appreciate all of you for giving us feedback and for letting us know how our content is helping you and it's changing you. So again, I'm a big systems and processes person, okay? I'm a big system and process person. So if you've talked to me, if you've been around me, if you've attended any of our events or you've participated in any of our programs, you probably know that I'm real big on systems and processes, because your systems and your processes, they're actually like the building blocks that support the growth and the value of your organization. So let's say, for example, if your business is the foundation, right? Just want to give you an example of how this works. If your business is the foundation, this is why systems and processes are like the building blocks that support your growth and your value as a company. So if your business is the foundation, now you got these pillars. You have these pillars, right? These pillars are going to be the things that make sure that your business continues to grow and continues to expand. So you're not going to really be able to build up, grow up, scale your business in revenue, scale your employees in productivity. I'm going through the same thing at every stage of my business that I'm in. Everything that I'm doing within my entire organization, I go through these same things, meaning that I've got to figure out how I can become more efficient, how I can perfect and polish up and fine tune my systems and processes, because my business is the foundation. This is my entire organization, right? That's your business. Well, you have to have the systems and the processes, because they become your building blocks. They become your pillars. This is what's going to reinforce everything that you build your business on. This is what reinforces it. And the reason why I always use these 5 is because I know if you can just figure this part out in your business, everything else is going to start making sense. Literally, if you can just start figuring out the top 5 systems, the top 5 roles, the top 5 processes for a business, you start understanding everything. So when you can start understanding sales, when you can start understanding marketing, when you can start understanding the executive roles and systems, when you can start understanding the financial, when you can start understanding the operations, all of a sudden you're able to build up your revenue, you're able to build up your people, you're able to build up your products, your services, your activities, you're able to build everything up from there. Now, let's just say you are someone who you're already running a business, you're already operating as an entrepreneur, maybe you got a job and you're doing business on the side and you're trying to get it started. So what would be the thing that could help make all this that I talk about and other gurus talk about make sense? Because again, if you're just listening to people like me on the internet, if you just clicking buttons and you take a course here and you listen to some content there, you watch videos here, you read a couple books there, it doesn't mean that you have a central understanding of how you're going to get your business to the next level. And again, if you just think you're going to create a funnel and you're going to create some type of landing page, or you're going to just create this cold call sales pitch, and somehow you're going to just have this affiliate link and you're going to just do drop shipping. I'm not saying there are people who haven't just done those things and succeeded, but what I am saying is, like anything else, there's always a small group of people who do things or try things and they succeed. But the overwhelming majority of people that tried and do it don't necessarily succeed, because that's just not how it works in the real world. It's no different than athletes. I heard someone say a couple weeks ago that when you look at major league sports, professional sports, football, baseball, hockey, tennis, I think I heard someone say in an interview that there may be about 5,000 players, less than 10,000 across all these sports, less than 10,000 players that play in professional sports. But guess what? There are tens of millions of people who play sports and who think they're going to make it big. And only a small portion of these people ever make it big. Well, it's just like with business. Business is the same way. And if you're going to create some centralized concept to use, then you're going to need help doing that. And that's what I do. I provide that through my coaching. I provide that through my consulting. I provide that, and I put it in programs to give you enough time so that, number one, it doesn't cost you a whole lot up front to get started. And number two, it gives you enough time so that even as you're paying to incrementally as you go, you're growing and learning incrementally as you grow so that you can get to where you want to go. And this is one of the reasons why we put together our coaching and consulting programs the way we have, so that you don't have to pay it all up front. You could pay payments over time incrementally, but when you're paying payments over time, it does a few things. Number one, it incentivizes me and my team to actually help you so that you don't just drop out. We want you to stay with it. And if you're winning and succeeding and learning and growing, you're not going to drop out. You're going to stay with it. So we got to make sure that we're providing you value. If you pay everything and you get no value, then it's like, oh, wow, I just got bamboozled, right? But if you pay and you get results, you're not going to leave those results. You're going to stick with it because now you're seeing the benefit of it. On the other hand, it incentivizes you because now you're not trying to get rich quick. You're not under this false belief that everything is going to happen in 90 days or 30 days or 60 days. No, it may take you a year to put a solid business, not plan, because I'm not dealing with putting a business plan together. I'm talking about a business structure, a business system, a business process together. I'm not talking about a business plan, because a lot of these business plans don't mean nothing. And so how do we do that? Well, we have a process that we walk you through. We start that process by assessing. That's how we start the process. So if you were to become a client, a member of one of our programs, and we're coaching you and consulting you, we're going to start out by assessing your personal goals, assessing your professional goals, assessing your life goals, your financial goals. And we want to assess your goals, but we also want to quantify those goals, meaning that we want to put a number with those goals. We want to put a dollar amount with those goals. So when you tell me, here are my goals for the rest of 2022, I'm not going to just let you tell me these are your goals with information. I want to see the numbers behind it. So if you say, I want to build a business, I want to be full-time, I want to be able to pay myself, I want to hire my wife or my husband, my 2 kids, I want to get an office space, I want to get my products into the store, whatever it is. The next question I'm going to ask you is, what is the dollar amount associated to that? This is how I'm going to help you assess your goals. So you're going to have to tell me, well, I need to make at least $150,000 this year. Great. At least we know what is the quantifiable measure that we see in our assessment. The next thing we want to do is identify. So if you're my client, this is what I'm doing for you. I'm assessing your goals, then I'm going to help you identify with what type of structure do you need. Do you need a holding company? If you have a holding company, do you need divisions? Do you need subsidiaries? If you already have a LLC, do you need a holding company to put that LLC under, or can you use your current LLC as a holding company? When we deal with the structure, we're going to also identify with the best way to position yourself within that structure. Do you need to bring somebody in, or do you need to elevate your role within your organization? We do that when we identify. The next thing we're going to help you do is develop. We're going to help you develop not just your position in your company. We're going to help you develop your purpose for your company. We're going to help you develop your products, your services. We're going to help you develop your pricing. We're going to help you develop your packaging. Like, how do you take your ideas and develop them as a CEO of your company, and your company that has a certain purpose? How do you take your ideas and make them products? How do you price them? How do you package them? Who is the perfect client profile of a person who fits the criteria that buys those products? We got to help you understand that. And then we also help you integrate. That means we're going to show you how to integrate the right systems and processes in your business. You need sales systems, we're going to show you how to integrate it. sales processes, we're going to show you. You need marketing systems and processes, financial systems and processes, operational systems, executive systems and processes. We're going to show you how to integrate those systems, those processes. So this is the advantage of having people who are really making a great impact in entrepreneurs' lives. And then we're going to show you how to execute your game plan. Meaning that once we get to the execution phase, we want to see every day, what are the incremental steps do you need to take? How do you need to schedule your days? How do you need to schedule your work hours and your business hours and the roles that you play so that we can make sure whatever this goal is, that we get you to that goal by executing a game plan and you seeing the benefits of what we do. So again, this is how we work with our clients. This is how we help them. We specialize in helping people like you who are entrepreneurs, business owners, startups. We help you start your businesses, structure your businesses, and scale them with the right systems and processes. So if you want to be a part of our coaching program, you want to get in on what we're doing because you know these are the benefits you need for your business, for your finances, and you know you need enough time, not just to pay, but you need enough time to participate so that you can learn these concepts, incorporate them into your business, and start seeing the results. I want you to text me the word millionaire today. I want you to text the word millionaire to 404-478-7213. We are really looking to work with eager, determined, willing entrepreneurs who know they have a passion, they know where they want to go, they just need some extra hands-on assistance. We have a program that can facilitate that. We offer payment plan options on a monthly basis to get you in, to get you started and onboarded so we can get you trained and get your business moving so that you can start generating revenue. And we incorporate so many other strategies for our entrepreneurs. If you're working on a job as a W-2 employee, we show you certain financial strategies that you can use to leverage that job to fund your business. If you're a 1099 self-employee, we show you how to use that self-employment or that independent contracting to bridge towards your business so that you can maximize your tax deductions and maximize your overall revenue for what you want to do to fund your business. So we have a lot of strategies that we teach our students and our clients, and we want to make that possible for you, which by the way, when you text the word millionaire, we will give you all of the details of the benefits of our coaching program, our mentorship program. We'll answer any questions that you may have, and we can get you onboarded ASAP, get you scheduled for your first initial one-on-one coaching session, give you access to our online training university so you can start training at your own time, at your own pace, and you can win and succeed. So feel free to text millionaire to 404-478-7213. It's Friday, April the 15th, 2022, and we have had an extraordinary week on the Ramon Preston Show. If you've enjoyed the show, I want you to give me some feedback, leave a comment or two in the comments, share the videos, subscribe to our page, invite others to subscribe to our page. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, on other platforms like LinkedIn, and you can find me at any of those platforms at Ramon Preston, You can also go to RamonPreston.com. All the information that I'm sharing with you, all the services that we provide, products we have, programs we have, you can find all of them at RamonPreston.com. So I love all of you. I appreciate all of you, and I most certainly look forward to seeing you Monday right here, same place, same time on the Ramon Preston Show. It's Good Friday. Have an amazing rest of the day. Have an amazing Easter weekend, Resurrection weekend, First Fruits weekend, whatever side of the spectrum you on, enjoy your weekend and enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you Monday right here, 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard.